He'll make some things happen down the line in the future, but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same.
Now everybody know Tank, kind of like he say, they love him too.
It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. You got biased people, unfair people, you know?
We can debate the top fighter in the world pound for pound. We can do that. What we cannot do is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just gotta accept it. I think that Frank Martin's a talented fighter. He'll make some things happen down the line in the future, but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same because he got destroyed by Gervonta Davis. And that's no shame, that's no slouch, but damn, still in all, if you get destroyed, you get destroyed. Gervonta Davis is the #1 box office attraction. Who I want to see him against next is Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see him against Devin Haney because Devin Haney has proven to me that he's not a good punch taker. I want to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with somebody perceived as having enough power to put him on the canvas too. That's what I want to see.
Gervonta Tank Davis's latest fight has ignited controversy, with accusations of bias, questionable officiating, and calls for a rematch. Stephen A. Smith's criticism. Sports analyst Stephen A. Smith did not hold back, slamming Davis over allegations of rigging and questioning the fairness of the fight. He pointed out that the judging raised serious concerns and insisted that Davis must prove himself in a rematch against Lamont Roach.
He's the champion. He got to defend his title. He got to defend his title. Like I said, they both was looking at each other. And then finally, after Tank would be the one to throw the first punch. He felt like he wanted to retain his title. Lamont Roach felt like he was just happy to be there and get the success. He wasn't trying to take the title. He wasn't trying to take the title. And I'm saying that even from the last round, just even the last round, the final 20, 30 seconds of the last round, he wasn't throwing no punches. He looked at him and got caught with a jab. You can't close the show with a guy like that, with a guy like Tank Davis like that. Now, if he'd have had a knockdown or something, like a real knockdown or something, maybe he feeling, but you can't stop until the bell ends. You can't, even if you're being active and slipping and sliding and something, he just standing there looking at him. I don't know. I didn't understand that. I don't understand why fighters sit there and look at each other for a long time. Change the angle, keep a rhythm in your waist, snap a jab, do a feint. Ain't no need of you standing there looking at no man for 20 seconds in a fight. That don't make sense. But so I think, like I say, Lamont Roach, he will be kicking himself in the ass that he didn't do more, but grateful that he did enough.
The debate on Davis's status. While Davis is undoubtedly boxing's biggest box office attraction, his performance left many questioning his legacy. Frank Martin's recent defeat was another example. Fighters are never seen the same after facing Tank. But was this fight truly won?
If the return strike has any other result, the match result stands. That's crazy. So you can get KO'd, you get finished, they give you 2 minutes to come back, and if you could knock that guy out, then it's a draw.
They also haven't used the rule yet.
So you go knockout for knockout.
Boy, that rule looks like it's written by lawyers, doesn't it? Doesn't that rule look written by lawyers? So find out what's happening, because I think they were going to announce something today about Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis decision on the knockdown. It was a very good fight, though. Lamont Roach is very good. I was really impressed because Tank is really nasty. Tank is so fucking powerful. Yeah. He's so vicious. Like his one-punch power at 135 is like nobody else's in the division. Like the way he starches people is crazy. Yeah, exactly. He gets so much torque and power into his punches, and he's so fast.
Fighter reactions. Many boxing professionals reacted with outrage. Ryan Garcia. Lamont Roach won that fight, not calling that knockdown as the wildest thing I've seen. Terrence Crawford. They robbed that boy. Roach should have won. Shakur Stevenson. Open to fighting Roach next. Devin Haney. mocked the situation, suggesting the decision was absurd.
Gervonta Tank Davis says he took a knee because he got his hair done a few days ago and something dripped into his eyes. Ryan Garcia said that Lamont Roach won that fight. And he continues with, not calling that knockdown is the most wild thing I've ever seen in boxing. That type of stuff makes boxing look bad. And then says, crazy shit, see y'all May 2nd. Terrence Crawford said they robbed that boy and it's crazy. Roach won and that should have been called the knockdown. Let's see what happens. Devin Haney says, I was waiting for the backflip. Even Turkey Al-Rashid had something to say about the fight. He said, if you charge people $80 per pay-per-view, you must give them a good card with good production. What are your thoughts? Then Terrence Crawford continues with, some of y'all need to watch Mayweather versus Hernandez and see Mayweather takes a knee because he hurt his hand and it was called a knockdown, not from a punch either. He says, I've never seen someone take a knee and they don't count it as a knockdown. Must have forgot the rules for tonight. And Shakur Stevenson is willing to fight Lamont Roach. But in your honest thoughts, who do you think should have won this fight? Do you believe with the decision as a draw?
Referee's silence. When asked about the ruling, Willis refused to comment. His silence only deepened the speculation that Davis was given an unfair advantage. Fans and analysts now question whether this fight was predetermined. The call for a rematch boxing experts argue that if the knee had been counted, Roach would have won. With so much controversy surrounding the decision, the demand for a rematch is growing. The question remains, will Davis step up and settle the debate, or will this fight go down as one of the most controversial in recent boxing history?